Carla coming back at you another lesson, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Chakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone to rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the 144 first fruit. Um, I think this lesson is going to be on the start of the, you know, pollution on this earth, or start of pollution on this earth today. Because you understand that we can't drink water straight out of the lake or a stream. We can't. We're not breathing in fresh air, not at any time. Um, the food we eat is defiled and is tainted. Of course, we don't really know what's in it. We got, in this world, different manufacturers and factories that are pumping out smog and different type of chemicals within the air. Of course, we have the chemtrails and things of that nature coming from certain airplanes and things of that nature. And then, of course, we have automobiles. We drive them too, but it was just an invention that, going all the way back to the Fords. It's an invention that really, expedited, I guess, the air pollution and pollution just all around. Simply put. So today we're going to take a look into the Industrial Revolution. We're going to look into air pollution and date it all the way back to certain times. And of course, you see what I have on my screen: locomotive. Tom Thumb, not your local grocery store. I know there's some Tom Thumbs in Texas. I remember as a kid I used to go to Tom Thumb and shit. But really Tom Thumb was a locomotive dude who built the first steam locomotive. So let's just start off and get to this, and then of course we're gonna get the scripts on how everything's gonna be refreshed and renewed, and pollution is going to be no more. So this is Tom Thumb. He was the first American. He was the first American-built steam locomotive to operate on a common carrier railroad. It was designed and constructed by Peter Cooper in 1829. So you're talking 18 going back to 1829 is when a lot of this pollution started to become in America. It says to convince owners of the newly formed Baltimore and Ohio Railroad to use steam engines. It was not intended to enter revenue service. So this was pretty much an innovation or invention I was going to further technology, and now you see what we have today. You know what I'm saying? Just better technology. You got electric trains and things like that. Trains going at 200 miles an hour and crap, going underwater and crap like that. You see what I'm saying? So let me just finish off this paragraph. It is especially remembered as a participant in perhaps a mythical race with a horse-drawn car, which the horse won after Tom Thumb suffered a mechanical failure. However, the demonstration was successful, and the railroad committed to use steam locomotion and held trials in the following year for a working engine. So we're getting into the inception and the start of how the earth came to how it is today. What do I want to look up? Smog in China. Let's look at these images. All right, this is this shit is crazy, man. This is air pollution in China. You can't even see a clear sky. How bad the pollution is. You see. I know in 2020 when they stopped. Matter of fact, here's perfect. In 2020 when they stopped, they put everyone on lockdown. This was like the first time China could actually see a clear sky. You see, air pollution and just pollution in general has ramped up ever since these Edomites came into play and started building these inventions such as the locomotive. We had the Industrial Revolution. Okay, so the Industrial Revolution in the United States, particularly, this is the beginning of industrializing the United States and using Slovakia. It's usually pegged to the opening of a textile mill in uh, Pawtucket, if I'm saying that. Yeah, Rhode Island in 1793 by the recent English immigrant Samuel Slater. So here's another devil's name that y'all can go and look up and see particularly what he did. So Slater had worked at one of the mills opened by Richard Arkwright, inventor of the water frame. Yeah, because one thing I did look up, which I don't know why I didn't bring it here, but who who built the first U.S. factories? What I looked up, and Samuel Slater came up. So in 1790, Slater, a cotton spinner apprentice who left England the year before the secrets of textile machinery, built a factory from memory to produce spindles of yarn. So he was the first one to really start this, start jump or kick, whatever, be the catalyst of the Industrial Revolution starting all the way back in 1790. So he was, when in his mill, his first factory, he started using water for, really pretty much power and things of that nature, as we're reading right here. Inventor of the water frame says, and despite laws prohibiting the immigration of textile workers, he brought Arkwright's design across the Atlantic. He later built several other cotton mills in New England and became known as the father of the American Industrial Revolution. So some dude who came all the way from England, who's not even fucking American, is the father of American Industrial Revolution. That's how you know, that's how you know America is just like a made up. It's a company. It's like literally some dickheads from England, some Edomites from England, you know, got an LLC, moved, and built some shit on this land and called it America. Oh, that's going to be the name of our company, America. That's literally, come on. That's literally what happened. That is absolutely, literally what happened. That's America. Okay? This is Revelation 17 and 9. It says, and here's the mind that which hath wisdom, the seven heads of seven mountains, on which the woman sitteth. Now, I've done plenty of lessons on Revelation 17. Y'all can go on my page and watch it. The apostles, the elders done plenty of lessons on Revelation 17. If you don't know who the seven heads by now is, you need to do some. I'm just keeping it a buck. If you don't know who the seven heads are by now, you need to do some in-depth studying. So it says, verse 10, it says, and there are seven kings, five are fallen, and one is, and the other one is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. Salaki, one moment, Salaki. All right, Salaki. All right, damn, man. Yeah, so Salaki, rereading Revelation 17:10, and there are seven kings, five are fallen, and one is, and the other one is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. Right. So the reason I'm bringing this out is because this dude Samuel Slater came from England, man. It's, Great Britain. So really, the one that must continue a short space is Great Britain. And speaking about Great Britain, I'm gonna just align all this up. So it says, verse 11. Okay. Verse 11. and the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth and is of the seven and goes into perdition. So pretty much if you take the end of verse 10 and then flow into verse 11, it gives you an indication that America came out of Great Britain. So the Industrial Revolution came out of Great Britain because this dude Samuel Slater came from England and brought some ideas from England over to America in 1790. Boom. This is a further point proving, or really the scriptures validate, but if you want to talk to someone who doesn't believe nothing, I guess, this is a point that you could prove to show that Revelation 17 is correct. America came out of Great Britain. When you read verses 10 and verses 11, it's a clear indication of where America came out of. Great Britain. Okay? So really, in a sense, Great Britain started the Industrial Revolution. Boom. Okay? So let's go further deeper into it. I was reading a little bit about this article here. Air pollution goes back way further than you think. Thousands of years ago, humans were adding lead fumes and other pollutants to the air. But, I'm saying you exclude the kingdoms of Israel because we ruled with peace. And with peace, we gave a shit about our environment. We had land Sabbaths and things of that nature. We didn't pollute crap, okay? We made things flourish, which I'm going to read in Revelation 21, Revelation 22, and I'm going to go to the book of Genesis. When everything was at its prime, when everything wasn't tainted, all right? Revelation 21 and 22 shows you how everything coming up here soon is not going to be polluted and it's not going to be tainted. Genesis, the first chapter, showed you how everything wasn't polluted and how everything wasn't tainted. Pollution came when these damn white creatures, self-proclaimed white creatures, came and fucked everything up. That's what happened. Your next door neighbor screwed it all up. His forefathers screwed it all up. Because I'm saying that because I'm pretty sure, some brothers have next door neighbors that are crusty ass, pale, ugly, red, stank-eyed Edomites. Self-proclaimed white people. Okay? Look at this. This is, I'm going to read that caption below. Oh my gosh. Pollutants hang in the air at a Coke plant in Pennsylvania. So, look at that. I gotta go back to China. Look at this. 2020 was their first time seeing blue skies because they told everyone to sit the hell down for an allotted amount of time because the virus is going. And guess what? You go back and look at China now, they're back at the same crap. This was in 2014, but they're back at the same crap. Look at this crap. The Moabites are half retarded there. You live like this. This is probably 1 o'clock in the daytime with no cloud in the sky. But they got a cloud of smog. That's ridiculous. This is the world we live in. This is absolutely redonkulous. It's not a word, but sometimes I use it. It was absolutely ridiculous. Look at this dude. Of course, the woman is retarded. Why would you be walking outside with seeing all that smog with no mask or nothing and your daughter's out there suffering with you? But everybody else around her is wearing a mask. It's a low-level Moabite women. Through. All right, so let's read a little bit of this. And Lord willing, I'm going to put all these articles in here. So, hey, brothers in Texas, next time you go to Tom Thumb, you know where Tom Thumb came from. Okay? This devil who created steam locomotives to ruin us. And now he's having us go shop at his dumbass grocery stores where we get tainted ass food. It's a trap. We live in a trap, man. if anyone say I'm from the hood, you could be like, well, I am too, nigga. America, because America is a hood. It's a trap. I don't know if y'all ever heard that one song. It goes, "The world is a ghetto." Yes, the world's a ghetto. Don't you know that for me? I think that's how it goes. And for you, the world is a ghetto. Don't you know? Don't you know? The world's a ghetto. We live in a trap. We're trapped in smog too, and pollution. It says when Beijing issues a red alert closing schools and restricting traffic because of air pollution, is 10 times the world or the WHO recommended level. Why is there a recommended level of how much you can pollute? That's how you know we're in a crappy society, you know? But it says, says, but foul air has a long unhealthy history in the deadly haze that plagues Beijing, Delhi, Mumbai, and Karachi, other among other cities, has been around in one form or another for thousands of years. Of course, it's going to mention these Asiatic cities and things of that nature, and India and things of that nature, you know. So let's read this. It says, first it was wood fires in ancient homes, which, come on now. Come on. You know, sometimes they be reaching with this stuff. Wood fires in ancient. How else are they going to be keeping warm in the time of Salakia? Salakia. How they're going to keep warm during the time of cold months? Of course, they built indoor chimney, fireplaces with chimneys for an exit. Okay, you know that wasn't that. Come on, all right, that wasn't pollution like that. You got to build a fire to cook. So I'm polluting. Stop that. You know, they be reaching sometimes. Okay. First, it was wood fires in ancient homes. That didn't create mass fucking pollution. They're just trying to find a way to start where things, well, technically, fire creates smog and smoke and it goes into the atmosphere and it stop. Okay. It says the effects of which have been found in blackened lungs of mummified tissues in Egypt. Now, let me tell you, if it's an excessive use of wood fire, which could definitely be the case, if you're getting blackened lungs, it's an excessive use of something, or the way it was your chimney or your fireplace was manufactured was inadequate to where the smoke is now coming into your home. That's a form of blackened lungs. Okay? So it says Egypt, Peru, and Great Britain. Okay? It says in the Romans earned the dubious credit of being perhaps the first to spew metallic pollutants into the air long before the Industrial Revolution. So America again, because you know Rome is America back in the flesh. Rome reincarnated to America. We're back in the Roman Empire. When you look up Rome and their sewage system and their water systems, they had a hell of pollution in their water. Now we see that they had a whole bunch of metals polluting into the air. Pollution started because of these white crackers. Okay, so I'm gonna get this video here of Steve Irwin. Okay, and then I'm gonna just jump into the Revelation 21, 22 in Genesis, the first chapter, and I'm gonna close it out. And then we're gonna hear what he said. Everybody knows Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter from Australia, mate.
What good is a fast car, a flash house, and a gold-plated dunny to me? Absolutely no good at all. I've been put on this planet to protect wildlife and wilderness areas, which in essence is going to help humanity. I want to have the purest oceans. I want to be able to drink water straight out of that creek. I want to stop the ozone layer. I want to save the world. And you know, money's great. I can't get enough money. And you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to buy wilderness areas with it. Every single cent I get goes straight into conservation. And guess what, Charles? I don't give a rip whose money it is, mate. I'll use it and I'll spend it on buying land.
All right. In the comments, if y'all do watch this video, let me know if you think Steve Irwin is a Jake or not. I don't know. Okay? I'm just going to put it out there. I don't know. But from the mindset that he has, that's the same mindset that we have. We want to make the ocean pure again. We want to make lakes and streams drinkable again. We want to make the air quality much better for life. Exactly everything he was saying is what we yearn for because we're tired of what we're going through right now with this pollution. Everything he just said right there. So in the comments below, you let me know if you think he's a Jake or not. I don't know. He could just be an Edomite who's sick of Edomite culture as well. Because a lot of Edomites are tired of this crap too. But they're just going to go into slavery. This is Revelation 21:1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth will pass away, and there was no more sea. Okay? There's going to be new times coming. There's going to be beautiful times coming. Nothing's going to be polluted anymore. We could drink out of a nice brook, in the middle of whatever. Okay? It's going to be Eden again. It's going to be pleasure. It's going to be wonderful. Think about that. These are things to think about and make you happy inside. And knowing that we're very close to that Yahushua is coming back really soon and it's going to be like that, it should make you very happy. Don't always harp on the bullcrap that we see around the way. That's kind of why I'm making this lesson. Yes, I'm going into the exception of pollution and why things are the way they are, but let's bring the balance to it with what I'm reading now. Those things are going to be passed away via Revelation 21 and verse 1. Okay? Let me just go down a little bit. Let me see. 1 second here. Okay, but I'll read verse 18. It says, Revelation 21:18, it says, in the building, because when you go into all of this, it goes into the New Jerusalem. It talks about the different stones, the 12 gates, and things of that nature of Israel. But in a sense, this is a new quote-unquote industrial revolution is going to happen. I don't even call it an industrial revolution. It's going to be a pure revolution. It's going to take place. And in the industrial revolution that Esau did, he built a lot of things that hindered the earth. In this new pure revolution that's coming, we're going to be building things that are going to purify the world, purify the earth, purify the universe. Revelation 21:18 says in the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. No one's ever seen gold so pure that it's transparent. That's what it's saying right here. The kingdom of heaven is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Let's get this word pure in the Greek real quick. That's katharos in the Greek. It means clean, 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 pure. Clean and pure physically, purified by fire. Woo! Come on. It's going to be clean and pure. Okay? Look at going down to the sea, ethically clean. You see that? So society is going to be cleaned up. Free from corrupt desire. Free from sin and guilt. So society is going to be pure. Let alone what I'm talking about, what these Edomites have done with polluting the air and the food and the water and everything, polluting people's minds. Everything is going to be clean and pure and transparent. That's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Okay. So Revelation 22, I'm just going to apply this. It's an application with coming into having pure water. Revelation 22:1, it says, and he showed me a pure river of water, of life, clear as crystal. proceeding out of the throne of the Most High and of the Lamb. I'm taking this into a literal sense right now, even though it goes deeper than that. You get the understanding. Lord willing, I may do another lesson, maybe breaking down Revelation 22. You know, let's do Revelation 22, 1 through 5. Lord willing, I'll do a lesson on that, breaking it down. But this is pure. Just taken in a sense of surface level, when you read this, he showed me a pure river of water. Pure water. The scriptures talk about the water is going to taste like honey. It's going to be sweet. You know, we drink water out of a bottle. The shit be tasting bland in the motherfucker. I'm drinking water right now. Ezekiel tells us that we should eat and drink our water by measure. Why am I drinking water out of a 16.9 fluid ounce bottle from for a great value Walmart product and some wrapped in plastic? Why can't I just go to a stream nearby and just put my hand in there and drink just like that? Because everything is polluted. It's not pure. It's crazy, man. I'm reading the back of the label. It says calcium chloride, sodium bicarbonate. What the fuck is that? This is Genesis, the first chapter. We're going into the creation of the earth, or just everything. Genesis 1 and 9, and I'm going to read verbatim. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together in one place, unto one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called the seas, and God saw that it was good. The reason I'm bringing that out is because he said the scriptures say the powers, that's what God means, the power, Al-Hayim, saw that it was good. So multiple beings are creating this with Yahushua. John 1 and 1. Okay? Somebody give me John 1 and 1. But the word good, tawab, in the Hebrew, it means good, pleasant, and agreeable. When things aren't polluted, that means it's opposite of pollution. It's good, pleasant, and agreeable. It says pleasant, agreeable to the senses. When you drink water, it should be agreeable to your sense of taste. Shit, I bet it's going to be so pure in the kingdom that it's going to be agreeable to your sense of smell. The water is going to smell delicious. There won't be no new need for some high, what is it? Fructose corn syrup, whatever. It's just pleasant to the higher nature. It says good, excellent, of its kind. Good, rich, valuable in estimation. The earth is going to start appreciating again instead of depreciating via the pollution that has been exposed to. It's going to go back to Genesis. Okay? We're going to go back to this time when the earth was first created, back in Genesis. Verse 11, and God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, that are going to be pleasant. Whose seed is in itself. No GMO. That's cutting GMO right now. Genetically modified organisms. It says whose seed is in itself. The scripts cut everything of life from the first 11 verses of the Bible. It's cutting everything that we see here. It says upon the earth, and it was so, and the earth brought forth grass, and the herb yielding seed after its kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself, not genetically modified or polluted in any type of way, because genetically modified is pollution too, after his kind, and God said that it was good. It was pleasant. That's what we're going back to. That's what we yearn for. That's why I brought this video up of Steve Ernst saying what he was saying. That's what we want. We just want peace. That's all. That's all. We just want peace. And the way we get peace is by eliminating this pale ass creature. Okay? That's how we do it. We get rid of this pale ass creature. Reminds you of the pale horse in Revelation the 6th chapter. You know? So I'm gonna end it there. Lord willing, it was edifying, and Lord willing, I showed how the scripts are gonna make everything unpolluted again. How the Lord is gonna make everything unpolluted. And Lord willing, you learned a little bit of something about the Industrial Revolution, air pollution dating back all the way from the Romans to the Egyptians. All right, and this dude Tom Thumb, who started the locomotive industry, and Samuel Slater. Look up Samuel Slater. You know, so Lord willing, this was edifying. I guess I'm gonna make this another installment of it. Let's look into it. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Achapadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit, brother Kasha Kwala. Like always, shalom and repent. For Yahweh Shai is coming back sooner than what me and you believe to cleanse this place. Shalom.